Hi everybody, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Now, we all know that Classic World of Warcraft is coming at some point. When? Not sure, but it's coming at some point. So today, I thought I'd do something completely different in terms of video. And I'm actually going to pit Classic WoW versus current WoW in a leveling competition. Who can get to level 10 the quickest? And you can utilize whatever means at your disposal for the current versions of those respective games. So, for instance, we're going to start off on the current version of WoW, and you can utilize things like heirlooms and other such items. And then on Classic, well, whatever you can really get your hands on. And I'll be going into why I'm doing this throughout the course of the video, so stick around, because I don't quite think the conclusions you think I'm going to reach are actually what I'm genuinely trying to get at. So let's start with current WoW. Right, so here I am on the current version of WoW. Yeah, completely loomed up character. So I've got the 10, the 10, the 5, the 10, the 5, and the 10. So that's 50% additional experience for this character. On top of that, I'm going to use the WoW anniversary token, which is going to give me an additional 13%, so that's now 63%. And also, I decided to pick up an elixir of rapid mind, which is going to give me a 300% boost for the next 15 minutes. I've got the stopwatch here, the WoW stopwatch as well, which I will not interfere with, so we can see the exact time and just see how quickly we can get through current WoW, and then I'll switch over to Classic WoW. So, stopwatch started. Elixir of Rapid Mind drunk. Careful. First quest picked up. Let's go, go, go. Time to hit some wargs. Hand this in. Pick up the next quest. Oh, we're up to level 4. Up to level 4 already. Alright, fair enough. So there's some assassins. Let's dot you up. Dot you up. Dot you up. Dotty dotty, dotty dotty, goblin assassin, dotty dotty, dotty dotty ding, dotty dotty, dotty dotty, and they're all dropping. And you're up. What level are you on? Level 6. Oh my lord. Level 6 after 2 minutes 50 odd seconds. This is gonna go a lot quicker than I imagined. Before anyone starts saying, oh, you're just showing off how easy it is to do the current game. Oh, you're such a bastard. Oh, woe is us. Through here and done. No. You'll get to see exactly what my point of this video is, as we definitely do get to the classic element of it. But this is not in any way, shape or form meant to be derogative towards the current leveling process in the game. I understand, more than anyone, I understand that games have to evolve. Certainly have to evolve if they want to survive. And the World of Warcraft is in the crux at the moment of celebrating its 13th anniversary. So you can't expect the leveling to be identical after 13 years. That's just silly. The game has to change. In that time, especially if you've been playing the game for a long, long while, in that time, people are going to have multiple different ults. And so they have to find different alternative ways of leveling up these characters. So I fully understand why things like heirlooms and EXP potions and things of that ilk have been brought in. This is in no way meant to belittle them or be looked at them in a derogatory fashion. So that is North Shire Abbey, all done in less than 8 minutes. All done, all quests done. Level 8, nearly 8.5, 42% of the way through to level 9. 7 minutes left on the elixir potion. Something tells me... something tells me I might hit level 10 before the elixir potion runs out. Maybe I'll go do some pet battles. Maybe I'll do a pet battle, you know. That's what Classic WoW is all about. Hey, pet battles, I'll be there in a minute, y'all. Where am I? Where am I in this sodding place? Here we go. Here's an exit. Ha! Bloody hell. I might not take any candles, but holy cow. Can't read a map. 14 minutes, 10 seconds. First quest to hand in here.
Hello.
There you go, chum.
Have a good one.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Well, not ding-a-ling-a-ling. No ding-a-ling-a-ling. Ding-a-ling-a-ling! It's 14 minutes 24, but we'll take the 14 minutes and 26 to get to level 10. So less than 15 minutes with the Elixir of Rapid Mind, 13th anniversary, and then my chauffeur driven. You know, that helped. That got me from A to B rather quickly. And of course, all the heirlooms. So now, let's flick over to Classic WoW, taking a time machine back to the year 2004-2005, and see how quickly it takes us to level 10 on Classic. Okay, so we're on the Classic version of the game now, and as you can see, multiple differences. First of all, we're stuck with the Classic UI. No clock. If you want to see the time there, you have to do that. So I can't get a stopwatch out for this one. So what I'm going to have to do here is it's 1:16 p.m. on this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up and start at 1:17 or thereabouts. So we've got a decent indication of how long it's going to take. Can't get the seconds. I mean, if it goes down to the seconds, it ain't going to go down to the seconds, folks. Then we'll get an idea. But if I start at the 1:17 mark, we'll get a good indication by time I finish and hit level 10. There we go. Okay, so picking up the first quest. Now, you can actually, or you used to be able to, if I go to the interface options, you should be able to get instant quest text. Instant quest text. There it is. Okay. So we can do that. Return to the game. Boom. So that's one thing to aid us. So we've got to speak to this guy here. What I have done is I have set my keybinds the way that I would have keybinds in a normal game. Let's complete that. It's not telling you the experience that you will actually get for doing any of this. And you notice there's no quest tracker on the right hand side of the screen. So there's nothing to save you here, folks. You literally have to go in your quest log and find out. So 10 cobalt I was going to say virgins. And I said cobalt as well. So that was all wrong. 10 cobalt virgins. That's better. Right, so we've got our Shadow Bolt. We've got our armor, which we have to self-cast our demonic armor on us, which is very important. And just look at the amount of mana burnt through. All gone. So I'm actually resorting now to fighting with my dagger and skilling up my dagger skill. Right, so I'm running back to the quest giver to hand in the first quest that I've done, and 6 minutes has passed by. 6 minutes has passed by to do that quest, and I am level 2. So I'm heading back now to hand in the second Kobold quest, and if I look at the time, 16 minutes has gone past. We are already over the current WoW time, and I am level 3.5 after that period. And this is the easy stage. This is the actual easy stage of the game so far. So this is going to be a much, much longer process than anticipated. And now I'm going to be heading to the Defias area. And this is the area where we get our first concentration of aggressive mobs. All these mobs so far have been neutral, yellow, but now we're getting the aggressive mobs. Not only that, there are patrols of them, and as you can see, they are very densely packed together. This is going to be a very difficult process, and this is where the game already starts to slow down further for the player, as you have to strategically decide where to go, where to pull. Be careful not to drag something else into the fight. Grab your quest item there. And look, I've got no spring water. I'm already going to have to head back, sell the trash that's in my bag, try and raise some copper together, get some more water so I can keep my mana ticked up. Is it wrong that this makes me excited? If it is wrong, I do not want to be right. So I actually decided to finish off the wolf quest, which opened up another quest in this area as well. So I've dinged level 4 and picked up a couple more spells. Corruption, which is a 2-second cast, and also Curse of Weakness. And you're going to also see now a completely different strategy and playstyle. Because what I'm going to be doing now is literally using every single spell at my ability, making sure I get these couple of dots up, and also making sure I get this curse on as well to reduce the damage that I have incoming, and at the same time try to conserve a little bit of mana, although I have topped up my spring water. Don't want to burn through it all really quickly. But look at that. Oh, we've got a chest over there. And in this game, in this style of WoW, that chest could have a potential green, which I could utilize. So it's a very different style to really what I was doing on the current version of the game now, which is just spamming the singular spell. Suddenly, all the spells in your book become noteworthy and they get their usage. I didn't have to dot anything up when I had all my heirlooms on and my potions and whatnot. And again, it's not a criticism. It's just a reflection on two completely different game styles now. So, I've completed the 3 quests at the Defias area. We're nearly at 157. So, it's taken me 40 minutes so far to get level 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5. So, by the time I finished, handed these quests in, good chance.
Have a good one.
Good chance of me leveling up here. And it was great. I mean, there were some instances over there. And the reason why I didn't show too much footage is I know we're going to go to another area in the course of the video, which I think is much better to show off. But over there, I had to try and take the Defias for the majority one at a time. Some instances I had to pull 2 at a time. So made sure that both dots got on both targets, also cursing both targets to reduce as much damage as possible. Very nearly died when I was going for the tome to get the imp, because I had to pull 3 mobs at once for that. And that proved to be really tough. Managed just to scrape through with amount of health left, looted the book, went round the back side of the Defias, and then, just as we see now, handing these quests in. It feels so much more rewarding to be able to do that as we ding level 5 after 40 minutes. It just feels so much more rewarding for what you get out of it. That even these small little things, like getting this cloak, and stuff like that, you really felt as if you earned it, and also you just like, great, I've got 5 extra armor for me. But you really feel as if you've earned it, you've earned those rewards, and you've been involved in some jiggery pokery with the other mobs. So I've now completed all the quests in this area, and the only one that I've got is to head off to Goldshire, which I'm about to do. I think there's another quest I can pick up around the corner here, if I'm not very much mistaken. There it is, yeah. So I'll be able to take that and take that down to Goldshire as well. Nearly level 6. Level 5, and I've got 2.5 bars left to fill to hit level 6. How much time's gone by? 1 hour and 5 minutes so far. Not technically level 6, and not even level 6. So 1 hour and 5 minutes. And I am going at a good pace. You know, I'm not stopping or trying to extend the time or anything out like that. There is genuine downtime here. You'll recall in some of the videos I've been discussing Classic WoW about resource management. And I talk about actually quality of life for your own character and you making sure you maintain that. This is the case here. It's a resource management. A lot of downtime, getting mana back, making sure I sell the stuff which I pick up, buy more spring water so I can get that mana back when I sit down, negotiating my way through places. You know, it's none of this has been fudged so far. This is a legit hour and 5 minutes to get where I am in terms of the game. And this is when things actually begin to get a little bit tougher for the character. Everything that went on in Northshire Abbey, that was your introduction. That was your hello, how you doing? This is going to get you familiar with the game. Now, I'm going to let the camera run for a bit now, and we'll just see how the commentary flows. But I said I didn't show off a bit of that Defias area because I really wanted to show you this aspect. The Far God Deep mine. Because this, to me, is one of the tougher areas that you go to start with. We've got 3 quests here. Got to collect the candles, got to collect the gold dust as we saw, and also got to scout the mine. The toughness here comes in multiple avenues. Number 1, I'm a clothy. I'm a clothy on this character, and therefore I take extra damage through melee attacks. Does that mean I'm at a disadvantage? Not necessarily. Why? Because I have my pet with me now. I have a pet to try and take some of that off me. So if I so desire, I can actually have my pet attack the mob first, which will allow me to get everything dotted up and then start attacking. So by time the threat jumps onto myself, even from something like an imp, then it will just give me the opportunity to have a bit of breathing space. But because I'm having to be far more careful about what I'm pulling, how far I go forward, when I sit down now, resource management, getting that mana back, easily things can start spawning behind, and you can find yourself pincered between the two. These places, these mine areas, especially when you're solo, they are legitimately dangerous. They are actually dangerous for your character. And then when your character is in a dangerous position, then it also allows you to get a little bit nervous and a little bit anxious about what's going on. So that is what I call immersion. That is immersion in the game, because you are feeling the thoughts of dread that your character would be if they're in the game. I know they're minuscule amounts, but it is immersion nevertheless. So the drop rate of the candles got a little bit tricky, so we had to hang around there for quite a while before they dropped. And if I look at the clock now, look at that. We are over an hour and a half in and have just hit level 7, which is absolutely crazy right now. And just one thing which I want to stress, which was fantastic, is hit the jackpot. I've got to keep moving, because remember, this is technically a race. Got to keep moving while I'm talking. We hit the jackpot. We found ourselves a 6-slot bag. In those days, you know, in those kind of classic days, holy cow, that was just like winner, winner, chicken dinner. To hit that extra bag just gives you that little bit extra inventory space. You can carry those few more items, and those few items you, of course, can sell and get yourself some more money, as money is an absolute legitimate resource in this, because you got to buy your stuff, yo. You got to buy your shit. Right. So now I'm deciding to do this Stormwind quest. Yeah, it's taken me out the way, but come on, the race is well and truly over. We're nearly 2 hours into this leveling up procedure. I'm level 7, not too far off level 8 now. But there's a legitimate reason why they put in this Stormwind mission, or why this Stormwind mission was placed in, which takes you well away from Goldshire and well away from what you were doing before. And the reason why is Goldshire has access to a couple of professions, but not all of them. This mission here is definitely a setup for you to go to Stormwind, explore Stormwind, and then find some professions as well, maybe. Pick them up and return to the fight with the utility to maybe be that wee bit stronger. You can then get yourself the linen bolts and craft yourself something better to wear, which might allow your character to survive a bit longer. There was always a method to what was going on here. There was the very specific reasons why they put quests in certain places. And with how tough and you know, with the resource management that is involved with the classic game, this is the perfect opportunity for me to probably pick up tailoring or enchanting, or, you know, the pair of them, or maybe go with herbalism and alchemy, something where I can get myself some nice instant pots, get myself some good healing while on the road. But these are decisions that you could now make now you're in the capital city and had it at your mercy to explore. We are now exactly 3 hours in to the leveling process to get to level 10 as quickly as possible. And level 9, so not far to go, not quite halfway there. Yes, slightly breaking the rules, because I'm doing a quest which is a group quest, which you just don't get nowadays when leveling. But this is the Hogger quest, and Hogger is currently dead. We're going to have to wait until Hogger respawns to loot him. But I'm going to do the Hogger quest, and then I've got a couple more to do. Princess to kill the pig, stuff like that. Already got the necklace from Goldtooth and all that kind of stuff. So with 3 hours gone, probably another 30, 40 minutes to go, I reckon. We'll soon find out. And I love it! Okay, we're putting in another one as well. Alright, no problem. Fear! Becoming a legit tactic as well during leveling up. Although, didn't really want it running in. But there we go, ding-a-ling-ling! Stop the clock! So we're just over 3.5 hours it's taken on Classic WoW to get to, or is what Classic WoW is going to be, to get to level 10. Okay, now that Murloc's down, let's just as I move myself back somewhere safe, let's just digest some of this. So again, I must stress, this video hasn't been about ridiculing or picking holes in the current leveling system of the World of Warcraft. In the current game, we are, what, 6 expansions deep, where you can go up to level 110. You know, there are reasons why leveling must be expedited, because by now you've probably got multiple alts and leveling isn't the first thing which comes to mind. So things like heirlooms, things like EXP potions, they do become legitimate sources of leveling up. And especially now that they're going to bring in scaled zones in patch 7.3.5, I believe, certainly hitting the PTR very soon indeed, then that can work very synergistically with the tools that you currently have in the game, with your heirloom items and such, because at least you'll be able to progress a full story in a zone before deciding where you want to level next. But from a kind of classic point of view, you notice it's a completely different ethos altogether. And I'm not just talking about time. I'm talking about strategy. I'm talking about how the game comes together. I'm talking about you as a character, what you need to utilize to survive in this. I died 4 times in total. 2 to the gnolls around Hogger and twice to Princess and her entourage, who I totally forgot was as strong as she was, which was very humbling, but at the same time, very fun indeed. And although it's taken me 3.5 hours to hit level 10 in the classic version of the game, that's wonderful, because it also shows that leveling, in this instance, for the vanilla WoW, leveling was a legitimate form of content, which it isn't anymore, and that's not a disparaging comment. It isn't. It isn't a legitimate form, really, of content. You smash your levels, even when you get the brand new expansion, you still smash through your levels to get to the top zone. It's all about end game now. This wasn't. It was about cooperating when we met Hogger. It was about communicating. There were people in the chat asking for this, asking for that. Anyone want me to make bags for them? This, that, and the other. So this is the kind of thing to expect when Classic WoW comes out. And it's also a warning, this video, too, to people that like their quality of life in the game at the moment, because what we saw at the beginning of the video was very convenient indeed, very nice indeed. The mount for me to just ride around the place, the heirlooms allow me to smash EXP and the potions and such. Everything laid out on the minimap exactly where I needed to go. It was all very convenient indeed. Those sort of quality of life things are very easy to take for granted. But when you come to Classic, there's going to be none of that. There's going to be no pointers where you need to go. There's going to be no level 1 mounts. There's going to be no mounts for a long, long time. There's going to be hard leveling. There's going to be think processes about how to actually tackle groups of mobs, where to pull mobs out here and there. It's a completely different tactical bag altogether. So it is a warning, because if you are thinking about playing Classic WoW and you haven't experienced this sort of gameplay before, then you can find it very humbling very, very quickly indeed. But this is what I've been talking about for years now, about how much I enjoyed this style and how much I enjoyed this man management and how much I enjoyed the utility that went into your class. And so for me, it isn't about current game versus Classic. For me, it's about embracing a style of gameplay which I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoy. It really can't come soon enough for me. It really can't. But I hope you enjoyed this vid, and I hope if you did, please do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media and Twitch for live streaming. All those links in the description down below, and I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.